This is Vibe Science, a top 100 wellness podcast presented by the Radcast Network, breaking wellness barriers and making health truly personal. Here are your hosts, Ryan Alford and Chris Hansen.
Hello, and welcome to Vibe Science. We hope your vibe is good today, because ours is about to get even better. I know that. I'm Ryan Alford, your co-host, joined by my good friend and my co-host of Vibe Science, Chris Hansen, down in Miami in the Vacay Lounge. What's up, Chris?
What's up, man? How are you today?
Vibing. I am vibing. I'm ready to talk holistic wellness. We're making, look, there are no alternatives when it comes to your wellness. Let's be honest. It's all about getting well. And as males and as men, we need all the help we can get. That's why we've got Mike Chabot. We've got him, who is a mindset and business coach. He's the author of his latest book, The Book of Akeem, and host of Road to Abundance. What's up, Mike?
Hey, guys. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Happy Monday, guys.
Yes, it is Monday, but I'm ready to vibe. I'm always ready to vibe, Mike.
Always ready.
I like your vibe, though. I'll tell you that. I think the three of us have a lot in common.
Yeah, bro. The high vibe, that's what attracts people. It's all the frequency, man.
Exactly. I'll be honest. I'm late to the game with the holistic wellness stuff. Like, I've always just been like, man, it's the mind, it's just the body. If I feel good, I'll be good. But now I've been enlightened. My good friend Chris has opened my mind, and just all the experiences we've been getting now. And now we're just excited to spread the word. So, yes, definitely frequency and energy is important.
Totally. Yeah, man. It's the body is like I think as a man, the body is the first thing that we touch, because we want to look good. We want to feel sexy when we're naked. We want to get girls. So I need muscle. I need to feel good. I need to look good. And then you get a little older, and then it get more like deeper than that. You want to feel good. You want to live long. You want to be optimal. Like, you don't want your performance to decrease. You want to feel like you're 20, even if you're 40. So yeah, I think we all at some point start to go into that route of like performance, improving the body, the mind, keep us sharp.
And I do think guys, like, I can admit this, and I don't know if it's stereotype, but I'll just say it, like, men mature, like our wisdom comes a little later. I mean, it's just, no one was more productive than me in their 20s. I was very productive. I got a lot of shit done, made a lot of money, but I was dumb as hell,
yeah, man.
And just not, I didn't have wisdom, and I didn't understand, maturity. And I think, I don't know, it just comes with a little bit with age and experience, but then, I don't know, you start to realize there's a lot more to it than just numero uno.
Yeah, exactly. And don't quote me exactly on the age, but I think emotional maturity, the full emotional complex of the brain for everybody is around 25 that is fully developed. And then, man, it's like by 40 to 60, that's our prime. Man is like wine. We age good, and we get more mature, and we start focusing more on business. I can say that I'm happy to have my kid now at 30. I'm going to be 33 this year. It's like 20s for me I was doing good in life, like six figure. I was doing good. I was doing my thing. I mean, I went bankrupt 25. That's another story, but it was up and down, and I was all over the place, and I wanted to be cool and full of ego. And then, man, around 27, 28, I was like, I can't do that until I'm 40. I need to evolve faster. But I can say that every year I'm just grateful to age, because I'm getting more mature and more aligned with my purpose and what I want to do in life. I feel like your 20s is like experience. Man, you want to do a little bit of everything, taste a little bit of everything. So totally agree on that.
Yes. Mike, let's set the table for everyone. I know you're a longtime influencer. We all sort of, chuckle, we laugh every time. I mean, Chris and I are influencers. I even cringe. I even cringe when I say it. It's like I wish we had a cooler word for it, but I think
I'll give you one.
All right, give me one, Mike. I need it.
So you're a content creator. So influencer, I would say, is the word that is used for the work that I used to do for now 12 years. I started, bro, when I was like 22. Posting on social media. I had the vision. Like, I saw like think about 12 years ago, there was no camera in the gym. I was the guy shirtless. I had special permission to record in the gym. Like people were like, who's that guy? Like, what's that Instagram thing? And then I started that journey. Now I call myself more like a content creator. Influencer, I would say that is the word that we use for if you're paid by brands, sponsorship and stuff like in brand ambassador, but multiple brand, you would be an influencer. Now we're content creator, which we produce content for personal branding. We produce content for education purpose, for podcasts. So yeah, been in the game for a while, changed a few times, not a few times, but I evolved, let's say, in the content that I make.
Yeah. Talk about that. I think maybe through that lens, for our audience will be interesting, your personal journey while on the same plane, maybe as influencers, content creators, and the platforms. Maybe through that lens, Mike, would be a great way to kind of talk about your journey.
For sure, man. So in life, to talk a little bit about mindset, especially for men, there's a thing that I call the 3P: purpose, passion, and profit. And I put profit at the end, but when we're young, we put profit on top. So when I was 19, I was all about money. I saw my parent fighting for money, like not fighting physically, but fighting like there's not enough money, blah, blah. We were doing okay. Like we were a normal family, but you always want more. And then when there's money problem, money situation, my dad was a gambler, was an NA. My mom was an AA. Like there was some stuff going around. So I was like, if I got money, can solve all my problem. That, trauma, you start like that. So I'm all about reading all those books, Think and Grow Rich. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm signing myself check from The Secret. I think I own the key to everything and I'm going to be a millionaire by 25. That's what I keep saying. Didn't end up like that. And I was a little lazy, let's be honest, from the get-go. So I was like, what can make me the most money? Working the less. And that was influencer. I was like, fuck, I got the body, and the body is like genetic. I was born with that specific frame. And I was like, I can be one of the top athletes in the world. So I started competing and posting online about fitness. And rapidly I got lost in the fame, the likes. Like I got millions of views from the get-go. Like I was a fitness tattoo model, pretty eyes, pretty face, shredded. So I was like, I got lost. When I say lost is I started posting content that got me views, and I didn't really care about helping people. And I really didn't really care about my mission and my purpose and my passion. So when you're not aligned like that, well, the profit, they don't come. That's why I put it last. So that was my first part of life. And I had a lot of things going on. Like in the book, I talk about, the book is dedicated to one of my best friends who died from overdose. I got two best friends who died from overdose. And they were just not aligned. And for me, I know what it feels like. I was miserable. I was depressed. I just wanted money. I wanted fame. I wanted everything, but for the wrong reason. And that was my first part with social media journey. I'll skip you a few things. Got into 5 different relationships. They all cheated on me. The last one was a full-on prostitute. Like I had rock and roll life. And I had my share of women in my bed. I totally got lost, like with all that. And 25, I'm bankrupt. I'm rock bottom. I'm like, okay, life didn't work for me. I'm not a multi-millionaire. What's going on? What we need to shift. So I started to look at like, what is my passion in life? I know I'm passionate about fitness, but I always wanted to be a mindset and business coach like Tony Robbins, but the new version, the tattoo, the young guy. So I started shifting a little bit, adding that content. And that's why I say like now when I teach social media to people, I'm like, start for the right reason and don't really care about the likes at the beginning. Because if you're authentic, if you're yourself, if you align, people love authenticity. They love the raw thing. That's what's coming back now. We can see the bullshit. We can smell it. We've seen enough, like all those fake things. If you're not authentic, like not to shoot anybody right now, but like I just read an article about Jay Shetty that he got fired, like he got gunfire right now. Like not the real one, like that he was plagiarism, like he was copying people, he stole work. Like if you're not yourself and you're not authentic and he lied about being a monk for three years, like all those things are going to come to surface. So I was always authentic and true. I never hide anything. But the thing is, I didn't like myself on social media. I was like, I'm way more than that hot face and body. So I started shifting the content and aligning with my purpose more and my passion. And now, yeah, I got millions of followers. I did millions of dollars. But the thing is, I quit everything a year and a half ago. I dropped influencer work, OnlyFans, everything I was doing. And I was like, I want to be aligned 100% with my mission. And I don't want to do any of that stupid content, any of that dense stuff. Like I don't care about the likes. I don't care about all that. And I started writing my book and I started focusing on helping clients. And there's nothing more fulfilling and rewarding. Now I'm all of service. So I really care about my clients. Like 24, nah, bro, you pay me. I want to get you result, but I wasn't dedicated. Now, bro, you're my client. I don't do fitness. Now I do mindset and business. I'll make sure you get your best life and you become your best version. And I fully live and breathe that life. So that's why I can teach it. So yeah, man, content evolved.
For sure. I mean, a lot to unpack there, Mike. I've hosted podcasts. I've talked to over 500 people and talk about success and like the journeys, like in a lot of different ways. And it's so interesting how there's these parallels. Like we're all different people, but there's parallels. And I don't know what it is about failure that either smacks you in the face and turns you into, your best version of yourself, or, some people run and hide. But inevitably the people I'm talking to have turned it the other way around. But I don't know what it is, but I think it puts, I don't know, they say calluses make you stronger and things like that. It sounds like that's definitely part of your journey, isn't it?
Yeah, man. I don't think I could be the man that I am today or the coach or the father if I didn't do all those quote unquote mistake failure. Like I call it learning. Like if I didn't get cheated on, I wouldn't know. If I didn't stay in a relationship with a prostitute, I wouldn't know. If I didn't sell drug, if I didn't lose 2 best friends from overdose, I wouldn't have quit that life. Like it's like everything that happened, if I didn't go bankrupt, maybe I would be scared of losing everything. When I quit all the work, all the money that I was making to go full-time coaching, maybe I would have been stressed to lose the BMW, the houses, the millions of dollars and this and that. Now I don't care. I know what it is to be rock bottom. So it's like, for me, I got no stress. I know where I'm going. I know who I am. And I think without those failure, you don't get to truly live and breathe that life.
There's a saying, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. And they are also saying that knowledge is power, but application of knowledge is true wisdom.
It's power. Yeah.
It's true wisdom. And that's what you've done, because you've gone through all these things. You just said it. There's so many people that go through these things that don't learn from it, that don't apply it, don't apply what it means. And, I think you can look in the mirror, and I'm sure you do, and go, that's rewarding. I mean, that's what it's, and now like you're so, I can sense it, like that energy, the vibe of like wanting to help people. I mean, I get on we talk to people and there's certain, like you said, you see them and it's sort of fake or whatever, but I feel that passion. Like I sense that with you. They're like, you really care.
Thank you, man. I do. And honestly, like there's like when my client texts me and I change their life financially, relationship, everybody every high successful man has a different thing. Either they want more money, or a lot of guys with money don't have the relationship that they wish for. So we also do relationship. I would say behind every big entrepreneur, there's child trauma. Let's be honest. Like we all had trauma, and that you don't want to admit it or not, you have. And it's a very sensitive topic, like with men's, and I really care about changing it because I know what it feels to have this dark, like this empty void inside that we all try to fill with gaming, alcohol, sex, girls, boat, life, Lambo, name it, whatever your addiction, pick your poison. And until you truly dive deep in the journey of yourself, and I did, psychedelic, meditation, name it. I did the hardest of everything in medical treatment. Like I always do, like I went to do ketamine injection with a doctor. I did ibogaine in Mexico. I did bufo in Mexico. Like name it. For me, it's all about becoming your best version, whatever it takes, and learning from it. And if I can share my passion, so I'll say that I have one gift, and is it that I can consume information and knowledge. And if you guys have seen Suits, there's the actor called Mike. I'm kind of like him. Whatever I read, whatever I do, like I have a bunch of books behind me everywhere. I remember all the content, almost everything to the T. So I use that talent to help clients, to help people and share the knowledge, because it's not everybody that has the time or maybe the interest of learning of all those different topics to improve human being. So I do care about making a better world, because that's our mission here.
Yeah.
Well, that's mine.
Yes. Chris, I'll open it up to you. I know you and Mike, I guess, connected, or you found him and sent him over. So I'm glad we could get him on.
Yeah. I mean, Mike, I think we met, I don't know, over summertime, I guess, at South Point. But prior to that, I found you randomly. Like, you popped on my feed, and kind of what you said, bro, like, we're attracted to that frequency. And what Brian said is, what drew me in was clearly what you're talking about. I feel is very important, especially with men. But like that authenticity rang through for me, where I was like, all right, this dude about it, you know. And bro, I got to give you props in some respect. You're so honest and vulnerable, which I love, because I'm similar, dude. I'm an open book. And I think we need more of that. We need more of men talking about real shit. Even what you said about entrepreneurs and trauma, I totally agree with that, 100%. And I've heard I think Alex Hormozy, there was a clip I've seen him talking about that, where it's like, we're all compensating for something. And I've been in the same, everything you said rang true, like girls, cars, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, trying to fill that missing hole with whatever it is that makes me feel good in that moment. And like you two, you know, cleaned myself up, did some psychedelic, you know, therapies, plant medicines, and a combo of a bunch of other things. And dude, I got to give you props there's a lot of guys out there, you know, pushing shit, right? And you're one that I see very authentic and purpose driven. Thank you. So yeah, bro, I just think it's admirable, and I think we need this badly, especially in America. Yeah. I mean, men, women, whatever, we're all confused, dude. I think everyone's confused and hurt and traumatized. But these are conversations we need to have. But great story, dude. I mean, I just think it resonates so deeply with me.
Mike, thank you, brother.
Dude, I've been through very similar shit.
How do you you know, you talk about some of the things, you know, whether it's, you know, psychedelic treatments, all the treatments you've gone through, having experienced and maybe tasted a lot of that side of recovery, you know, speak towards positives, negatives, things you recommend to people that you work with, and things that maybe you don't, you know, like I'd be curious your take on that. So it's been a while. I don't party anymore. Like, I mean, I'm going to go to Ultra. It's been 4 years that a friend asked me, so I'm going to go if I decide to party once in a while. But the party life for me ended like a while ago. Like I said, when I was young, I did my share of partying, my share of drug. I never been an addict, but it was there for me. I had it. I was selling it, you know? So, the thing is, now what I would advise people is to do everything in a medical setting. So yesterday, like a friend called me and he's like, yo, I want to do mushroom. And, so I tell him the dose, I tell him how to do it. For me, it's all a meditation. So when I mushroom, either I do alone with journaling, either I blindfold and I have a vibration frequency bed here. So when you do things, either it's ketamine, ibogaine, whatever you want to do it in a meditation setting. All those medicine, all those plants is to go deep inside. And there's one thing that I love telling people is, once you see behind the curtain, your life is never going to be the same. And that's a true fact. And then to add something to what Chris was saying, thank you for all those kind words. I think that a lot of men are scared of being themselves. And that's the thing. If you're scared of being judged, or if you don't feel like you're good enough, or if there's something inside of you, that's why you're going to be scared of being authentic and honest. It's been a while for me. I would say 3 years. No, when I was 29, that's when I really got my true confidence. Before I had confidence hidden with ego,
So I was not really confident. Now I can show up in any room with millionaire, billionaire, name it. I don't care who they are. I don't need to have anything. I don't need the Louis Vuitton anymore. I don't need to pull up in a Lambo. I know who I am and what I bring to the table. And we're all human and we all have different purpose and different strengths. So for me, it's like, I'm not ashamed of what happened in my past. I'm not ashamed of what I did. I'm not ashamed of who I am. And I think if men embrace those things, they're going to be more authentic. And like you said, we need that stuff. So I would say, don't be scared of meditation, breath work. I facilitate breath work. Like that's a lot of people that have trouble. A lot of men that are very like not in touch with their feeling. Breath work is the fastest way to get it. Because after 10, 15 minutes of breath work, the prefrontal cortex deactivates. So then you tap directly in subconscious mind. You're going to be crying. You're going to be having a lot of emotion surface. And there's nothing more beautiful than when men connect deeply. Like, so the thing for me is like, if we can, and I coach mostly men because that's what I love. That's my passion. I do coach women, but I know what it is to be a man. So it's easier for me to relate. It's easier for me to share experience and feeling. And I know what it's like to kind of have a mask. You know, I had trauma with girls when I was I got rejected when I was young. I was hot, but not so hot. I was 5'2" until like, you know, the spurts.
Me
and
too,
then
bro.
I got rejected. And then when I got hot, like at 22 with the beard, like, now I'm rolling with tattoo. I could pick up anything I ever wanted. So I abused it, man. And I would say like a lot of guys are afraid of going in those feelings because it feels like death. You know, like it feels like you're touching something that you would rather die than going and open the chest. Like, but you have to do it. Like if you want to live your life to the fullest, if you want to love your kid the fullest, your wife the fullest, you need to open all that stuff.
Yeah. And it's the irony always with this, you know, because we start down the social media path and we go down, it seems in a way that everything is on display more than ever, but yet less is on display.
So much less, bro. So much less.
It's like,
I think the new trend is like, I did the million the fastest. Took me 1 year and I was self-made. Well, you weren't self-made, motherfucker. Like you had mentors, you had people, you had money behind. Like nobody did it in 1 year. Like that, bro, somebody gave you. If I became a millionaire in 1 year, it's because somebody helped me. And like now the trend is like pushing all that fake stuff. Everybody want to show off their Lambo, their car, their stuff. Like just last year I spent 200,000 in personal development. I could have a Lambo fucking in my driveway. Like, don't get me wrong, I love cars, but when I was looking at my X3M, I was like, that's enough for me. Like, I can buy the Porsche later. Actually, I put that the Porsche, I'm gonna buy it when I make my first $100,000 month with a new company. So the thing is, like, I set up a goal, could be at 50 because I could afford the Porsche at 50, but I want it at 100. So different goal, different stuff, but everybody's about faking it online. And bro, I've been an influencer for so long. All the shit you see online is fake. All the people having fun on a boat, all the people, like they only pull the camera, they act like it's fun, and then they sit down, go back on their phone. They don't really live life. It's all a bunch of bullshit, man. It's sad to see. And when you know that a lot of people have mental health problem more than ever before because we see that perfect life, all those perfect couple online, all that fakeness online. That's the problem, man. That's why I don't agree with that. Like, that's why I share myself as I am, because I want to show that we all have bad day. We all have, even if I'm a coach, I get my moment where I don't feel good. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's human. Nobody has their shit figured out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so fun. Yeah. I just want to say real quick on that, especially in the men's fitness world of coaching, you're one of the only dudes that's not leaning into like the supercars, mansion, which I like, because I'm like, you're more living the life that I see myself wanting to live. Mm-hmm. Married with a kid, being responsible, focus on my personal growth. How can I show up as the best friend, husband, father, whatever it is?
You can still get the car and the stuff, but don't forget that abundance is all that you said right now. The rest is a bonus, man. Like, yeah, I'm going to get a nice house. Yeah, I'm going to get a Porsche. Yeah, I love cars, man. What do you want me to say? But the thing is it a priority? nah, bro, like spending time with my baby girl and my wife is building an empire, connecting with men like you. That's what I live for, way before all the rest.
I mean, bro, I can attest to that. Ryan too. I mean, we're all car guys. Yeah. I'm selling my Ferrari because I want to invest more into my business. It's like I had my fun.
Yeah.
But I've told my friends, dude, I've also been having really shitty days, whether I'm in a fucking Honda or I'm in a Ferrari.
Yeah,
a shitty day is a shitty day.
You needed that, bro. That's the lesson, bro. It's like,
Well, the irony, I was thinking about you talking about the boats and doing all that stuff. Like I was on my houseboat all weekend. I didn't post one time, but you know what? I was with my 4 boys and we were cleaning it and we were changing out the fans. And yeah, we have a nice fucking big houseboat. It is gorgeous. But I didn't post all weekend on it, you know, like laying out with whatever. I probably should have posted it like, this is what it's really like. You got to clean this motherfucker.
For real. You should have shown that. You got your 4 kids cleaning for you.
we were scrubbing the top deck and like, you know, but it's just funny, you know, like it's none of it's real, you know.
The thing is, bro, like the more I live my life, the less I post it on social media. I have a really hard time making story and making all that. I have a really hard time being on social media because I've been there for 12 years now, 13. Bro, sometimes I don't want to post about my meal. I don't want to post about everything. Like I want to eat my food. I want to be grateful for what's in front of me. I want to spend time with my wife. So now I try to be more mindful of what I post on social media and not spending too much time. And it became kind of a like, I almost quit social media 2-3 times because of that. It's like, it comes with a lot of perks. I get endorsed that I wouldn't. I got money. I receive free stuff. But the thing is, man, you got to always post, always be on your shit. And more than ever before, like 4 times a day. Like that's the real, like that's what you need to do. And I didn't post almost for the last year or barely posted. And now I'm getting back into it because I'm going to coach. I'm adding social media coaching but the right way to do it and to the mindset, because a lot of my clients are business people and they wanted to be coached on social media. And I was like, fuck, I don't know anybody that I really trust with that. So let me just build a course, give all the knowledge for TikTok, Instagram, and monetization. And I built it. And the thing is, now I do it really as a business. And like, you need to post more, but I try to create content in a batch and do it the proper way instead of being consumed by the platform, which a lot of people get consumed and they're depressed. One of the guy that I'm thinking right now, it's like XQC. It's like a streamer. He did $100 million contract, I think, with Twitch for 2 years of streaming, like 100 mil. Bro, he was so depressed, going through so many things. Like he was in a lawsuit with his girlfriend. She was trying to get the money, but the guy almost suicided or I don't know what, like it was so bad. And I just see that and I'm like, that's the reality of being on social media too much and streaming too much. Like you suffer from depression and you're not happy.
Yeah. You can get paid, but what does it truly cost?
Yeah, your soul, man. Like all those TikTok live and stuff. I know a lot of people making 200-300 grand a month. But bro, their soul is impacted so bad, so bad.
I've seen that, especially down here in South Florida, bro. And I'm sure you have too.
Yeah.
And I think we probably know some of these people where it's like, you actually hang out with them and you're like, bro, you're not at all living how the world thinks you're living, but off camera, you're just kind of a fucking clown, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
Or I just don't like them. Like, you know, like it's like, and what's funny is Chris and I, you know, have profiles or whatever, but we met in real life at an event and, you know, hit it off, you know, like immediately and have become like close friends and partners in a lot of different ways. But it took in real life, even though we're both like social, you know.
I don't even think I probably looked at your Instagram before I met you.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it just,
like,
it's a good tool.
Just like Mike said, authenticity, bro. Yeah. Like that shines through that. And I've been hearing that's the highest frequency you can vibrate out is authenticity, not love. It's being authentic.
It's, what's the highest? I think, I don't remember the scale of consciousness. Love is like 700 and there's one above, but it's like gratitude is up there. And it's just being authentic. Like, man, when you have a radio frequency, which you do in your brain, it's called a pineal gland. So think about the pineal gland is the channel, right? So let's say you're listening to the radio right now, you're at 95.9. So let's say high successful people that are in love, that's their channel. Your heart is the power to the antenna. So heart-brain coherence, you probably heard that word before. It's when you emit, but you can't emit that true frequency and that love frequency if you don't have it here in your heart before. And that's the hardest and longest journey you'll do as a man and as a human being is going from here to here. So you connect back and then you can emit the real frequency. And then I would say that miracle happened because human being, fundamentally, we want to be good. And sadly, in the world of social media and news, they try to portray us as being bad. They want chaos. They want to distract us with race, with conservative, with liberal. I don't know what's the different stuff in America, but let's say blue and red, and all the bullshit that comes with it. And it's always the fault of another race and this and that. But at the end, we all want to be good and want to help each other. And when you meet other human that you can connect with, they're going to be helping you. And I remember when I was young, I went to a psychic and they were like, when you're going to be older, people are going to help you for free and do things for free for you. And I'm like, who would do that shit? Why? Like, why somebody would help me, mentor me for free or whatever? They're like, you're going to see, like, but now I see it. Like, I genuinely want to help people when they're good people, and the people, when they feel that you're a good person, they want to connect you with people. They want to help you. So by being a good person, long-term, you might not get the get rich quick scheme or whatever, but long-term, you're going to get better opportunity with the right people, and you're going to have long-lasting money that's going to come your way. That I believe.
Mike, when guys come to you, what's sort of your general process, like how you work with men on these things? And kind of a two-part question. And then are there is it like a curriculum? And then is there like supplementation? Like, what are you like how do you get men right on the right vibe?
Yeah, awesome. So let's start with the mindset. So when I said the 3P, purpose, passion, profit, it's called with the VIP experience of life. Okay. The V stand for values. It's everything that has to do with your values, your needs, your identity. Okay. Like who are you as a human being? What do you value? What's your human need? We need to know that, like, because you operate through your subconscious mind, your mindset, whatever, how you want to call it, is the passive part of your brain that operates your life. That's why sometimes you don't want to do stuff, but you do it. Why I'm procrastinating, why I keep sleeping with girl, even though I say I want to stop. So we need to get to understand what's going on in that part of your brain. The second part, the I, is the identity. I want to know who you are right now. Let's say, Chris, who you are right now and who you want to become. Now let's become that version. Is that version of yourself would be doing everything that you're doing right now? It's easy. If you want to become someone, start acting like that someone. That's the only time you should be fake, quote unquote, because you should become that version that you're not. So you're faking to be that person and you're going to become that person, but you need to let go of who you are. So I need to understand who you are, where you want to go. And the last thing is, what is your purpose? What truly set your soul on fire? Don't tell me shit about money. Like I would say that the biggest thing that my client comes, the first thing that we set up right is their goals. They come with such bullshit, bro. Like first call, they give me like, I make them do their goals. I make them do everything. And then we up on a call and I'm like, cool, why you want it? Bro, like I'll give you a tangible example. My client comes to me, he's making $600,000 a year. He's like, bro, I'm not successful. Well, tell me more, bro. Tell me more. You're in the 1% of America. He's like, bro, I used to make $300,000, $400,000 a month. I was balling, and then I sold the company, and now I'm not happy. Like I'm not successful. And I'm like, okay. And then by the end of the 12 weeks, now he's making $500,000 a year, same salary, $500,000, $600,000. He's attracting the client that he wants. He understood one thing. I'm like, bro, do you really want to go back to 10 million a year? You know how many employees you need to do that? He's like, oh, I don't want to manage employee. I'm like, okay, so you have conflicting stuff. So we started setting the thing. He was just not realizing that the life that he built was truly the life he wanted, doing something he enjoyed. He was just so focused that he wasn't that person, like the ego. I wanted more money because I made more. And now he aligned with his relationship. Everything is better. So you need to understand what you truly want, not what you think you want. a lot of people, they think they want the Lambo, for example, or the $1 million because they want freedom. They want to feel good. They want to feel validated, and they want to feel loved. So once they get the money, they don't actually buy the Lambo, because then they start doing things that they truly enjoy and love, and they get the freedom, and they're like, I don't need that stuff. So kind of that's all the mindset. In order for me to set you right, I need to understand who you are. And then we break any trauma, anything that limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, because everybody has some. So once we clean all that, the last part of the coaching is the biohacking. So now either you go do a blood test, I refer you to a company, we look at your testosterone, your hormone, your thyroid, like that I'm not the one advising. I know all of it, but I get you medical professional advice. And then what I do is you come to me with whatever they said, and I tell you what's bullshit and what I want to make money on and what you should really get. And I give you my personal intake. And then I share with you what's the latest trend on food. Also, again, it's based on my personal opinion, because if you listen to Brian Johnson, which he's an amazing guy, did fucking spend 2-3 million, he's vegan. If you listen to David Sinclair, he's vegan. If you listen to Dave Asprey, bro, eat all about meat and veggie gonna kill you. So they're all expert, but you gotta pick and choose. So I listened to all of them, the podcast, everything. I had a call with Dave Asprey because he was a friend of a friend. I asked him question, like why you believe that? Why about that veggie? Like I asked him the real stuff to understand why other people think like that. And then I synthesize the information and give it to my client. And same thing with training, whatever you want. So yeah, that's what I do. And I help you to connect with your true self. So first, what it can do for you, it's like one of my clients was making $500,000 a year, was fully depressed. Not the same client, another one. Now he's making $2 million. He just texted me this morning. He got a new relationship, and all that within a year. Like I didn't work in the business, but I improved the guy that operated the business. And now he attracted an investor that invested 500 million or something in the deal. Like, so now he's making bank. He's a construction guy. So yeah, man, that's what it truly means. When you change the person that operates the business and own it, the business is going to do way better. And like you said, Ryan, at the beginning, success, it depends on whoever is talking. Like, what is success for you? What is the life that you want? What's success mean for you? Like, success for me might be different than success for you. And then success for me in life is what Chris was saying about abundance and having the family and stuff. And then I got success financially, which is another type of success, but not because right now I'm not successful financially that I consider myself not successful in my life. Those are two different things. And yeah, man, you could be a billionaire and not find that you're successful just because maybe success for you is 10 billion. And like Alex Hormozi, pure example of like the guy has trauma, daddy issue. He's amazing in business. Terrible biohacking advice. Like, the guy just posts shit online. The guy is like, he says it that he wanted to prove his dad wrong and all that stuff. And it's weird. I don't think he considers himself successful. Like, I don't know the guy personally, but when I look at him, he's always more. But like sometimes you look at his life and I'm like, is he truly living like that? Like it's hard because it's social media stuff. So I don't want to judge someone. Sure. But I'm giving you an example of a public figure that everybody would know that is always chasing more and more. But for what? You know what I mean? Like, I
know what you mean, bro. I feel like Gary Vee kind of does the same, like that hustle culture where, because like you said, there's a lot of successful people that are big, but I wanted the same thing. Like, are you happy? Are you working on that trauma? It's great to be successful on paper, but I'm right there with you, bro. And I don't know when that change happens. I don't know if you got to be broken down a little bit, but I'm at the point too, where it's like, I've met a lot of guys with a lot of money that are completely miserable, or they're just feeling the voids with unhealthy shit.
Yeah.
Women, alcohol, whatever. I mean, I think part of what I've talked about a lot is these role models we look up to as men. And typically the trophies are the women, the cars, the accolades. But how many of these people that we put on a pedestal for years do we find out later are fucking miserable, or they're suicidal or whatever? I mean,
and I would say, man, the biggest indicator of a man mental health and success is his woman. Straight up. Like when I see a guy that pretends to be all healed and this and that, and his woman is crazy, jealous, weird, fucked up. I'm like, bro, if you live with that woman, you're not who you pretend. Like, bro, I wouldn't take that bullshit for more than a week. Like, well, what do you mean? Like, it's like, so if you look at my wife, she's fucking amazing, man. She's the best. She loves working. She loves building stuff. She's a great mom. And I'm sure Ryan's wife is amazing. Like when you look at someone and it's okay, Chris, if you're single right now, it's better than being with a fucked up person. But what I'm saying is you're leveling up so that you can attract a matching frequency with the wife. But and I've been there, guys, I'm not judging, when we keep fucking the wrong women and all those women that the sex is just good, but there's nothing more than that, it tells us a lot about what's our internal situation. And it's okay to have a little fun there and there if you're single, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, what's truly going on in your life. And like you said, money is cool, but if you're messed up, and one of my friend, Tanner Chidester, he made like 100 million and 2 years ago almost shot himself. And then last year came crying at my house, and I started getting him in Psychedelic and Ibogaine and different journey, because sometimes you can't see it without the meditation. Yeah. And if some people are so closed, that's when I get the plant medicine to open up a little the field of feeling and stuff. So yeah, man, I think we all deserve to tap into our true potential and the real love.
I think, Mike, you really like encapsulate everything we're trying to do with Vibe Science and how holistic health and wellness truly is. Like mind, body, soul, because you're bringing all of that into play. I heard that, it's kind of like calculating, like, through your program and how you work with people. It's like you start, with the mind and the heart and the soul and getting that right. And then, you work on the body and, a lot of different things come in, into making that person what they need to be. And it's not just, modern medicine. It's not just, okay, well, I'm low on this, thing in my blood work. You don't start there, and because that's kind of like with wellness and health, like traditional healthcare, that's where you normally start. Well, let's take a look at your blood, versus, where's your head at? Where's your heart at?
It's a body issue, not thinking.
I can tell you two reasons for that. Okay. Because I've been a trainer for years. I was a celebrity trainer in LA and stuff. And I trained, I still train a lot of clients online. Like even if at the beginning I was doing it for money, I still helped a lot of people. Two things. So let's talk about disease and the body not being good. It's dis-ease. Your body's not at ease. Whatever energy, whatever is inside, we've proved it with science. If you look at Joe Dispenza work, if you look at quantum physics, if you look at all that, we've proved it that, bro, if you're not right inside, there's a lot of way that your body will let you know that you're not right. So it's going to damage your health. That's one thing. Okay. And the second thing, the second reason why I treat the mind first, the mindset, the subconscious mind, because I need to know why you're doing it and why you're training, why you want to get healthy, because no matter how much you want it, if we don't treat all that, you're not going to stick with it. And that's why you're going to stay fat. That's why you're going to keep eating the wrong stuff. That's why you're going to keep drinking. That's why you're going to not go to the gym. We need to do your mindset first and align you so that you really want to do what you want to do. And that's the long-term play. And a lot of people, they don't stick to their goals. I think the study is 92% of people that set up New Year goal don't actually do it. And out of the 8% that achieve their goal, I think only 64% of that, so it would be 4%, actually do the whole goal. So the thing is, we love to set up goal. We love to say we're going to do things, but we don't do it. No matter it's for your health or for the money. That's why I love to take care of that part. So then, bro, you want to read book. You want to do the gratitude journal. Like I have a gratitude journal that I did. It's the Road to Abundance gratitude journal. I have like meditation. You want to meditate. You don't see it as boring or a waste of time. You want to breathe, like whatever you want to do. Now you understand why, and it's to become that version of yourself. And at the beginning, I had a lot of clients back in the day, they would, it's called goal oriented of journey oriented. They would show me that body. I would get them to that body. But once they reach it, they would either quit, stop, they would go back to fat, or they would lose all the muscle, and then they would come back to me 6 months later and they would be like, I need you again. I'm like, why did you stop, man? We were there. Bro, so they got the shape. Then what they truly wanted is love. Then they got the girls, they got everything, and then they stopped because they could have what they wanted, what they truly wanted. So you get me there? It's like the physique was just in their head. This is what I need to get what I really want. Okay, I'll do it. Now, bro, I want to eat healthy. Like the last 2 days, it was my girl's birthday. She wanted to eat pizza and stuff. And bro, I eat that for 1 day or two. My stomach is, I'm like, wow, this is so bad. Like, it's okay. I'm like, can I get back? Like yesterday, they sent like cookies, like big cookies at my house. And then I was like, I just started eating fruits because I was like, bro, I can't do it anymore. Like, it's good sometimes, but I know that I like to feel good. And 95% of your serotonin and your level of happiness is in your gut. So don't mess it up with trashing your body and with food and stuff. And America is the worst country in the world for that, let me tell you.
Yeah. Try coming to the Alford house with 4 kids. You might not last a couple of days. I have more willpower than most people have to. Like I'm dancing around Debbie cakes and everything else. Like we feed them pretty well. We're not completely unhealthy, but they're inevitably, they are kids.
Yeah. It's just learning to say no. It's like alcohol. I don't drink for the last 8-9 years. I'll have a drink there and there for an experience. Like I go to Italy, I want to try the wine. But at the beginning, bro, you say no, and then it becomes your identity. You're like, no, I don't drink. It's not, no, not tonight. It's, I don't drink. And then same with the food. It's like, food is the hardest because we don't see the negative right away on our, it's like sex, like you have sex with girl, you're like, it's not so bad. But at some point it starts affecting your soul and you're like, oh, it was so bad. Like, it's like gaming. It's like, it doesn't damage your health, but if you're wasting all your life doing it, then yeah. So food is kind of a slow poison. Same with coffee and sugar.
What's Mike, I think it'd be interesting. Walk through like a typical day for you, like diet, supplementation, any of that stuff. I think that'd be an interesting way to, as we start to close out the episode a little bit.
Sure. So I changed my routine a little bit. For years, I'll tell you what I used to do. And I make that point because I want people to understand that it doesn't matter what routine you do. It doesn't matter that you take the cold plunge in the morning or at night or whatever, like do whatever feels good for you. Okay. And know that I'm maybe chapter 30 on biohacking. You might be chapter 5. So whatever I'm saying, you might be like, fuck, that's a lot. Yeah, bro, it's what I do for work. Remember. So now I do hour of power in the morning. Okay. I want to get in the Zen zone. So before I used to get to do everything like reading books, meditation, slow meditation. I wanted to feel good in the morning. What I noticed is that this is the yin energy. It slowed me down. So now I do a fire meditation. I do a yang because I want to work. So before the baby, guys, the last month had not been crazy with my daughter. I didn't sleep so much. Like so good, but wake up at 6:30, no alarm. I just wake up. I do red light therapy in the morning. Right away, I have a red light sauna therapy. So I go in the red light sauna because it removes the adenosine and it removes the grogginess and it makes you alert. It's like going outside in the sun. I do that for 10 minutes. Either I stretch in it or I meditate or I do my gratitude or whatever I want to do that day. I do habit stacking. So I combine them. Then I'm going to go for a quick walk. I have 2 Frenchies, so I take them out. We go with my wife. We walk around, get the body flowing, some blood. Then I either do a cold plunge or something like to wake me up. And then I do a 20-minute, 25-minute meditation. It's been proven that if you have ADHD or you think you have ADHD, okay, we have a lot of people that think they have ADHD. Like they love to prescribe all that stuff. Okay, I'm going to tell you something that has been medically proven. 20 minutes of binaural beats of the right one, of the right frequency in your ears, okay? With headset, 20 minutes does more for your brain in terms of focus than any drugs, any Adderall, any of that thing. So now I make sure I hit 25 minutes, okay? It gets you an alpha brainwave. I went to 40 Years of Zen is a $20,000 brain hacking program. You go alpha brainwave, 20 minutes. You don't need any drug, don't need any of that, okay? Avoid coffee. at all costs. I have a product that's coming out, no caffeine, guys. Caffeine put you in better brainwave, okay? In the morning, you want to be sharp, you want to be focused. So meditation for 20 minutes, then I go to work 7:30 to 12 or whatever. Like now we have the podcast. So that's my morning routine. And then I start cooling down. Like I go to the gym, I do my things. And then evening, I do another session of like, either I do a power nap, and then I do another work session, or like, I like learning stuff. So for me, it's not work, but I'll listen to podcasts. I'll check YouTube video. I'll do like, or if other things need to be done in business. That's my new routine for business to make sure I get the work done. So I do work first thing. And then at night, I chill, quality time with my wife. So after 6, I cook every day the meal at home. And then I cook, we eat, we chill. I spend time with her and my daughter, so I get quality time. So depending on the day, on the time of the day, I want different emotion. Now supplements, what you can get, okay, testosterone. Every man above 30 should be on TRT. Like you can't get kid with testosterone, bro. Look at me. Pop the child, man. I've been fucking on tests since I'm 16. Don't listen to any of that bullshit if it's done the right way. And I used to compete. I did Mr. Canada. So the thing is, I consume tran, like name it, like low dosage of everything, but I did. Now I would say that TRT, if you need, you should go see a doctor, test your blood, look your thyroid, like look all that to know that you're healthy. Then there's different supplements that they're going to say that the top 3 would be like vitamin D, magnesium, and get your electrolyte, like your minerals. So potassium, sodium, and magnesium, I put them in water and I drink that in the morning. Okay. A little bit of, you can do Celtic salt, Himalayan salt, whatever you want. You put a little bit, you put magnesium and you put potassium. Okay. This hydrates your body. That's what you should drink in the morning instead of coffee. Those are like key supplements. And then anybody, especially men, you want to get your dick hard. You want to get like a good vibe. Shilajit. Like, I'm releasing my own brand. So within 2-3 months, it's going to be out. And then depending on what you're looking for, are you looking for brain hacking activity? Or are you looking, I'm releasing like a new, it's going to be like little gummies that you eat, and it's going to be like an Adderall, but natural, like all the good stuff. But supplements depend on what is your goal. So do you want to be fit? Do you want to be healthy? You can do cheap supplement, creatine, monohydrate, 5 grams a day. And then I consume like 40 different supplements or 30. But if I only take one, I would take Shilajit and the electrolyte, the magnesium and stuff. And then I like to be focused when I work. So my compound that I'm building right now is like mushroom combined with nootropic. And that gets me like really in the zone. I would say that it's what people could consider what they say medically ADHD. I don't think it's ADHD. ADHD, the true meaning is that you don't want to do the work you don't want to do. We're not supposed to be doing what we're doing, guys. Like we're not supposed to work. We're not supposed to do all that. Society has created that. So it's just your brain doesn't want to do it, man. We're supposed to be being, just be and love. But unfortunately, we live in a society that we need to make money. So if you want to get your brain going, you don't have ADHD, you're just not passionate about what you do. Because trust me, if it's to go to Mexico, you're going to be up at 5 a.m., bro, rocking your luggage. Like it's just, you're not excited and fired up to go to work and do customer service. That's the reality of shit. So like, I like to align myself and get myself in the mood. So with the music and the supplements, I get in a good vibe. And once I get started, then I start liking it. But I'm like everybody, I don't like to work, man. Who likes to work? You know, I like to do podcasts. I like to do cool shit. But working on my brand when I need to be like typing, like copywriting and stuff, it's not so fun, you know? I make it fun.
There you go. I think we got the prescription. Yes. Yeah, man. Hit rewind, take notes, rewind again. Yes, it's all there.
The thing is, it's really, really hard to say like specific thing, because health is very like person come to me and be like, that's why I said that the first thing I do, man, I want to know who you want to be. And based on that version of yourself, then my advice are very tailored. That's why my coaching come with 12-week coaching. We have one-on-one call every week of 30 minutes. Like as long as I can do it for my client, I'll be doing it. And it's not to bash anybody, but if I can say, like, I've been in the platinum Tony Robbins, guys, it's like 140,000 for the year. Okay. It was shit. Like, let's be honest. The thing is, I'm coaching one of the guys that paid the program right now because nobody helps you to assimilate like the knowledge that Tony Robbins has. Oh, he's way better than me. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is, nobody helps you to assimilate the knowledge and do the knowledge. That's why as long as I can to do the coaching on one-on-one, bro, writing your goal when Tony Robbins said to write your goal, cool. But is the goal that you put on paper really what you want? That's what I make sure of. And then he's going to give you like supplements and whatever, but I can give you a list of supplements. I give it in the program, but is it aligned with who you want to be and the version that you want to be? That's why it's important that I have call and talk. So I try to do my best to summarize what's good for people. But again, what's your budget and what's your goal? Then, bro, I can give you a stack of $8,000 a month if you want. It's like, there's no limit. And Brian Johnson, 2 million a year. Like, it's like unlimited with biohacking, stem cell, like whatever you need, you know?
Yep. But it's interesting you talk about it. I mean, Tony Robbins or whoever else, you know, like knowledge has been around a long time. It's the application and assimilation, like you said, that makes it work or not work.
Yeah. And I'm not special. Like I said, I have a gift. I consume information. I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in coaching, mentor. Now I understand the information and I help you to do it. And I don't even do it for my own life. I have a coach. I'm the same, bro. Like my mind prevent me from accessing it. So I have a coach that we do things. I do power session with my wife that we write goal, we analyze, we talk. So it's like all those things, the knowledge has been there forever. You can find everything, bro. Everything I coach, you could find, maybe not for free because there's a lot of things that I paid very expensive, but most of it and in books and in stuff. But the thing is, are you going to be able to apply it? Like you said, Ryan, it's like, that's the real key, man. It's like, business information is everywhere. But if you build the business and you show me and you take me by my hand and you grow the business with me, then that's power. You know what I mean?
Yep. It is. Mike, this has been great. Really appreciate the transparency, the authenticity, and all the value that you've added here today.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for everybody that's listening. Thank you for guys for having me. I appreciate your time. And it was fun, man. Podcast is something I really enjoy doing.
Where can everybody find everything you're doing, Mike, the new book, all that stuff? Let's drop that for everyone.
Yeah. So Mike Chabot online, you can find me mostly everywhere. I'm starting 2 new social media, but if you go on Mike Chabot Fitness on Instagram, you can see all the links. Everything that I do is there. I don't really do fitness, but Instagram is a little weird, so I can't change the handle. So that's still my handle. And the book now, it's I put my soul in that book, and thank you guys for letting me show it. It's called The Book of Akeem. It's a journey of self-discovery. And what I wanted to do with that book, okay, because I read hundreds of books, maybe not hundreds, 200, 300, but 100 something, is very digestible book, okay? Everybody that you're advanced beginner or whatever, you can pick up the book. Think about The Alchemist, The Celestine Prophecy. An easy read with a lot of things to unpack. But the more you read it, the more you're going to get. It's a journey. It's like a fiction book that you follow the character and you're going to relate to him. I didn't want to just drop knowledge for my first book. It's going to be the next one. I'm going to write another book with full, like Think and Grow Rich style. But now I wanted something cool that everybody can read. And I wanted to dedicate it to Alex, which, sorry.
It's okay, man. It's real. Yeah, you don't even have to say it, and I know what you're thinking, man. So just
it could have been me. Like he had trouble with he was not happy, and I was addicted to girl. He was addicted to drug. So yeah.
Hey man, you've done honor to him in turning into the man that you are and writing the book to honor him. We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. Sorry about that. When I think about him, it's just, I see a lot of people can relate that you could become the version that I am today or the best version of yourself, or you could get down the bad path. And a lot of people, they don't have someone to help or someone to do the work. And Yeah, man, he did 5 overdoses, went in rehab, and 2 weeks before he came see me and he said like he wanted to really change, but unfortunately he went back to the path, and so many people do it. It's not a unique story, man. Everybody, like, it happened to a lot of us. So that's why I want to try to help, man. It's like, I was depressed for a long time. Like, even though I had everything, the money, the car, the girls. So yeah, this book is like, I poured my soul into it, and I'm trying to get people to understand that there is a happy place, man. The world is fucking amazing. There's amazing people. Don't let society and the media tell you about all that negative shit, man. There is amazing in this world, and we're here to experience the amazing and get the life that we want. So that's what the book is about.
I'm stoked to read it, bro.
Yeah, man.
I'll order a copy.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
We really appreciate Mike for coming on. We'll have all of the links to him and his book. If that doesn't make you want to buy it, I don't know what you will. So if you aren't on that vibe, we don't know what to tell you. Any final words, Chris?
No, Mike, I appreciate you coming on, bro. This was super authentic, awesome, empowering. I just think we're a big fan of the vibe you're putting out here at Vibe Sciences, homie. So keep doing your thing, brother.
Thank you, guys. And thank you for everybody listening to podcasts. Those guys are amazing. They vibe the same as me. That's why we align. So keep listening.
Yes. Hey, guys, you can find all of our episodes at vibesciencepodcast.com. You can find Chris and I on Instagram. We're here. We're available, accessible, and to bring you to your highest vibe. We'll see you next time on Vibe Science. The content discussed on this show is provided for reference and educational purposes. The content is not an attempt to practice medicine or provide specific medical advice. Always consult your personal physician for medical advice and proper diagnosis.
Thanks for listening. This is Vibe Science. To learn more or watch full episodes, visit vibesciencepodcast.com. Here's to discovering your highest vibe.